And you're welcome back. Dr. Gbonjubola Abiri is in the studio with us. She is a consultant psychiatrist and CEO of Redeemed. Redeemed.
Yes.
I keep calling it Redeemed. It's too much English, too much reading. Redeemed. It's as simple as that. Redeemed Consulting. You're welcome once again. We've had a fantastic time throughout February up until today, and we still have a very interesting conversation. Today we're talking about managing anxiety, which we actually also spoke about at the start of the show in anticipation of you being here. Nigeria is tough. Mother Nature doesn't like us. She's parboiling Nigeria. Price of everything is going up, including medicines and, Medicare.
Yeah.
Prices are going up. It will be cause for anxiety. I am suffering from that. The entire weekend, I couldn't get my heart rate to calm, not stop. I was so aware of my mental state that I was anxious throughout the entire time. That resulted in me being absent yesterday, unfortunately. How can we cope as Nigerians now? Leave the rest of the world. Nigerians, how do we cope?
All right, well, thank you very much, Mazino. It's great to be back here.
Thank you.
It's great to have you on the show and in health
alive,
as well.
yes.
Alive.
Yes.
And I'm hopeful that you would glean on some of the information that we'll share today to be able to manage yourself better. I think that, one of the first things that we need to let people know is that anxiety is an entirely normal response to a threat. And so if I feel threatened, so when I was coming here this morning, when I was getting ready, it wasn't raining, but all of a sudden it started raining, and I'm thinking, I have to be here by 7:30. How am I going to make it? That's a threat to what I would usually be able to do seamlessly. And so whenever you are faced with a threat, that threat could come in form of your job, your boss, the economy, just like, we're having now, financial instability, insecurity. What happens is that you become anxious. However, after a while, during anxiety, of course, certain neurotransmitters are released to get you ready. So what usually happens during anxiety is the mind tells the body that we're about to go pretty much into war mode. How do we protect this individual? So anxiety is normal. However, anxiety can become a disorder. And it becomes a disorder when the threat is gone, but the response still stays on. So the response outlasts the threat. And then, of course, the individual continues to suffer significantly, is unable to be productive, and, the symptoms start to worsen over time. So it's important that people understand that a dose of anxiety is healthy every now and then. But anxiety can become a disorder when it becomes distressing to the individual and the individual is not able to function properly. Now, let's bring it home to Nigeria. And I dare say that, everyone all over the world is anxious. If you live in places close to where there's a war, you're anxious about, the fact that refugees come, it could come to us as well. But in Nigeria, let's talk about our own peculiar situation. The financial instability rather, the, insecurity, the japa, the sapa, the japada, we have so much going on.
There's a japada?
Yeah, japada. People are coming
Go
back
and
because
come back.
It's not so great.
It's not great out there.
It's difficult. It can be difficult. And so people have a lot going on. Food prices are soaring every day. People are finding it difficult to eat. Medications. Even I had to buy medications, and the medications have risen. You can imagine this was a medication I bought last year at 5,000 naira. This year at 5,000 naira, and that medication is now 17,000 naira. So, we have a lot going on, and a lot of people are under pressure. When people are under pressure, people show up in different ways, which is what anxiety can also cause. And so when people have anxiety, they can have psychological symptoms. They feel, overwhelmed. They're unable to pay attention. They're unable to concentrate. They can have physical symptoms. So people can start feeling nervous. They start feeling like, a feeling of impending doom, like the world is about to come to an end. They feel chills, they may find themselves going to the toilet over and again. They feel the heart, rates continue to increase. They are aware, palpitations, their breathing rates go high. And then, of course, you have behavioral symptoms. So when people are very anxious, you find that they're irritable, they're cranky, they don't want to talk to anybody. Sometimes they want to isolate, or sometimes they may even engage in, self-harming procedures, including drinking alcohol excessively and, pretty much
use of substance.
All of that. Yeah. Yes, use of substance as well. Yes.
Wow. So it's like as if you're watching a series on my life somewhere, and you just define everything that I'm going through, apart from the substance use. Yeah, but that is actually typical what people are experiencing. How do they manage it, however? Do they have to turn to medication, or do they have to change habits?
Okay, thank you. And so I'm very happy that you asked that question. Crux of the matter, it's important that people become aware of the reality. Don't fight it. The prices are going high, whether you worry or you don't worry. the prizes will be what they will be. So be aware of the reality, don't fight it, focus on what you can control. There's so much that is, out of our control. Focus on what you can control. What are the things you can control? You can control your thoughts. You can control your feelings. You can control your behaviors. In talking about habits, we usually talk about certain things that we call biological functions. Your sleep, your appetite, your mood, your exercise. Get a hang on them. So sleep properly, eat regularly, exercise, move your body as much as you can, release the feel-good hormones. You get what I mean? And at the end of the day, of course, try to make your mood as good as possible. It's important to keep a journal. Document what it is that you're going through, including having a gratitude journal and perhaps a worry journal, especially because we say that, 85% of the things that we worry about may never even happen. So be mindful about gratitude. Be present in the moment. Again, anxiety happens because we are worried about a future threat that may not even happen. And so be present in the moment. Don't worry about the past because it's gone. Don't worry about the future because you feel threatened and it puts you into a hyper state. Anxiety disorders can be bad. But if you stay in the present, enjoy what is going on in the moment. Tell yourself, well, this may not last forever, but I will pull through it. There's a practical exercise that we, do. It's called the ACE technique.
I love your anagramization every time. What does ACE mean now, doctor?
ACE is an acronym for acknowledge what is going on. Don't fight it. This is it. I will not fight it. If you fight reality, you suffer. But if you accept it, you may feel pain and, a bit of distress, but you get used to it. So acknowledge what is going on. That's the A. The C says you should come back into your body. And so whenever you're having like an anxiety attack, a panic attack, tell yourself, for instance, I am seated on a chair, my legs are crossed, I'm in the studio, all the bright lights are on me. That's you coming back into your body. And the E says that you must engage your senses. Now, 5 senses, and we do a countdown of a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So 5, look around you in that moment and identify 5 things you can see. I can see Mazzino, I can see the cushion, I can see the 5 things. The next thing is to move to 4 things you can hear. I can hear the voice, I can hear the cooking, I can hear the thunderstorms.
Yeah, you can hear
So 4 things you can hear. The next thing is to go to 3 things that you can touch.
Yeah,
tangibility. And so I can touch my hands, I can touch the 2 things I can smell. So I can smell my perfume, I can smell the lovely dish that is cooking over there. And the last one is 1 thing that you can taste. So whenever you are in a mode of panic, drop your anchor. So an anchor would help you stabilize using the ACE. Acknowledge what is going on, come back into your body and engage your senses using the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That is so beautiful. I mean, I'm doing that exercise right now and I can feel myself, I can feel my shoulders just giving in and just, and often that's where my tension comes up because I'm always like, people think I'm big, what they call biraga. No, it's tension. Dr. Gbonjubola, thank you very much. It is always a pleasure. There's always something to take back and also learn from each time we have you on here. We've got you one more time this month, don't we?
Yes, you do.
We're looking forward to it. Please
I am too.
do make sure that you come back again with another banger. Always.